Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting question mark news to go over regarding Monster Hunter Rise's Sunbreak, most recent information that we got from Capcom regarding the brand new patch that we are going to be getting into the game. A few days ago, I went over the fact that they had specifically mentioned that there were some glitches that were introduced and some bugs that they needed to address regarding the free title update number 1 that they were going to be looking into and providing us more details heading into the future. A lot of people already begun speculating almost immediately that armor augmenting would be one of those things that will be touched upon in that specific upcoming patch. Well, today we now have a little bit more information regarding that, and it does not seem to be like they are touching armor augmenting as of yet. But remember, I specifically mentioned a few days ago that this is a multiple bugs issue, and they're most likely going to be rolling out information as they start to basically sort out what it is that they can actually address before the free title update number 2, if they wish to hold out that long, or if they're going to hot fix it most likely by sometime next week. So just for clarification's sake, the original tweet from a few days ago mentioned that we found some bugs regarding an anomaly investigation and related features that were added in free title update number 1. We're currently looking into the potential fixes and we will notify you as soon as we know more. Our apologies for the inconvenience. This was from Director Suzuki, and they attached an image for the quest board for essentially where you are searching for monsters. We went over through this entire thing, so I just wanted to touch upon that was the original post. Now they provided us with a brand new update that reads as follows. Hunters, we've identified an issue that can occur when rolling back a weapon that's part of an equipment loadout. Full info can be found in the image below. Thank you for your patience whilst this is addressed. And then they went ahead and basically attached a specific image that is kind of long, so we're going to take our time with it. Essentially it says Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, notice and apology regarding a bug in equipment loadout. So it mentions, if you register an equipment loadout containing a weapon with a rampage decoration and then roll back the upgrade for that weapon, an error will occur when you try to select a particular equipment loadout. So this is directly referencing if you add in a rampage slot. Remember, you can add in rampage slot decorations for your weapons. So if it has a +1, you can make it a +2 and that kind of a thing. I think it's a 4 curious crafting points, 4 out of 5 you will use up to be able to get a +1 on your decoration for rampage slots. So you can only do it for 1. So if you go from 1 to 2, you can go to 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. You can max it out in that regard. They continue. How to avoid this issue. When a weapon with a rampage decoration is registered on the equipment loadout, remove the rampage decoration or delete the loadout in question entirely before performing the rollback. So I don't know if it would actually crash the game or something like that. That's why they're actually telling you to just remove the decoration altogether. Maybe that is what was actually causing the issue. They also mentioned that how to fix the issue when it has already occurred. If you have a weapon with a rampage decoration that you will perform a rollback on after registering it to an equipment loadout, the issue can be fixed by upgrading the weapon back to the level where it has a rampage decoration slot again. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. We plan to address this issue in the next update. So basically, based on their own wording, it seems like whenever the next update is, most likely free title update number 2, they are not going to be dropping a hotfix specifically for this thing as of right now. We did see a hotfix right after the launch of the game, specifically Sunbreak. We did see that, but right now it doesn't seem like this specific issue merits them specifically to hotfix it. So for those who are still hoping to augment save scum their armors to be able to have the best skills and stuff like that and min-max the best decoration slots and all of that, you can still do that freely at the very least until the end of September, and then we'll have to wait and see if they're going to be addressing that into the future. But for right now, it seems like this is just one of those equipment loadout issues that they're choosing to address. I will specifically mention though once again that the original mention of them addressing some of the bugs and glitches that were introduced as free title update number 1 became available, that post introduced an image regarding the quest board and the search function feature. I made an entire video about that, link in the description below if you don't necessarily know. So most likely there will be more things that they're going to be addressing regarding that. I don't think this is just an isolated thing. There's going to be more things that hopefully they're going to provide us more details on as time passes. If they're not going to be addressing them right now in hotfix, then probably they have more than enough time to wait until September, late September, to be able to give us a full massive patch that addresses most of those concerns. I also saw a lot of people saying that they were having connections issues as the game was basically booting them out, essentially during the middle of an investigation hunt, and that seems to be almost a widespread issue as well. So that is something that I think Capcom also needs to address. I've seen a lot of people in the comments on their Twitter posts, whenever they post that, they also address that as well. It certainly needs to be looked into. Most recently had a quick discussion with someone regarding the whole search feature for you to be able to join into a match. On the PC side of things, the matchmaking still seems to be broken for Sunbreak, where it just limits you based on your region. So if you're in North America, you cannot play with Japanese players. You have to change your region on Steam to be able to do that. So essentially it's like pseudo region locked for whatever reason. Unlike, you know, all consoles nowadays, even Xbox is completely like, you know, region free. So you can play with anyone all over the world. Not that there's many people all over the world playing on Xbox, but you know, that is a thing. So Nintendo Switch is of course region free. You can play any game from any region and not limited online. Same rules apply. PlayStation has been pretty much doing that, I think, for a couple of generations by now. But only PC and specifically Steam, the Steam client, seems to still be region locked for whatever reason. Or at the very least, the Capcom version of their games are region locked for whatever reason on Steam. And I still do not necessarily know why that's still a thing. Hopefully they can address that into the future. But for right now, it seems that like if you're looking to save scum, you escaped just one more probably patch to see if the free title update number 2 is going to be addressing the save scumming issues there. I don't necessarily think this is that much of a big deal, as I've seen some people kind of like really be upset that apparently speedrunners are using save scumming armors and stuff like that, and like of course hacked talismans and things of that nature to kind of do speed runs. I don't really necessarily care. I mean, I don't care for speed runs personally. I just always find the armors that they put together fascinating. So sometimes I kind of want to do an armor that matches the stuff just to see if I can come close to what they do, but not necessarily because I want to speed run. It's just because I find it interesting that they have like a really interesting, very specific loadout for a monster. So that's kind of cool. But I don't necessarily, particularly for me personally, I don't care for the whole speed running thing. And if they're running like hack charms and stuff like that, it doesn't really affect me in the least. So, you know, the whole save scumming to be able to get the best skills, not really that big issue for me, but I can certainly understand why other people are kind of upset regarding that. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.